Good morning, students. This is Neha Jain, and today I'm going to teach you natural gas engineering. For this semester, I'll be teaching you natural gas engineering. So, before starting this subject, we need to understand what is natural gas. Okay, so through this subject, we are going to cover origin of natural gas, its flow behavior, fundamental of phase behavior of natural gas, how it behaves with pressure and temperature difference, its equation of state, its flow measuring behavior, how we measure the flow of natural gas through different type of flow meters, its transportation through pipelines, how we need to compress the gas to transport it from one point to the another point, and also its processing system. Actually, there are so many impurities present in natural gas, so we need to process it through some series like dehydration process, gas sweetening process, gas liquid separation. So all these points we are going to cover through this subject. So let us start with the introduction first. First, we need to understand what is natural gas. Natural gas is nothing, it's a mixture of hydrocarbon gases plus non-hydrocarbon gases. Mainly the hydrocarbon gases are methane. The next is non-hydrocarbon gases, which is associated with the natural gas, means the hydrocarbon gases. The non-hydrocarbon gases are mainly carbon dioxide, nitrogen, water vapors. And there are some impurities also present in natural gas, which are H2S and other sulfur components. Actually, these impurities are lowering the heating value or energy content of natural gas. So, we need to process natural gas when we extract it from wells, and it go through some processing system in a series. And then we send the natural gas for sales purpose. Okay, so the impurities present in natural gas have some disadvantage. That's why we need to process this natural gas and we remove these impurities from this. The disadvantage of these impurities are they can lead to greater internal corrosion to the equipments, to the processing equipments, to the transport equipments, the water vapor present in the natural gas. That's why we need to separate gas and the liquid amount from natural gas, so otherwise it can lead to corrosion to the equipments. Next one, the low heating value. Because of the presence of other impurities and components with natural gas, it reduces its energy content. The same value or the same content of amount of natural gas can have a reduced amount of energy value. That's why we need to separate the impurities, and we have to keep the amount of non-hydrocarbon gases at minimal stage. Okay. The next is contaminants are detrimental to production and transport equipments. As I have explained you earlier, it can lead to greater amount of corrosion and freeze. It may lead to freezing also in the transport and pipeline equipments and pipelines. Okay, that's why we need to separate all these impurities from natural gas. Next is hazardous pollutants. The sulfur amount present associated with the natural gas, and the next this carbon dioxide is also present with natural gas. We need to process natural gas because it have some hazardous pollutants also, that can lead to that can create pollution to the environment. Next is the features of natural gas. What is we have discussed what is natural gas. It is nothing. It is a mixture of hydrocarbon gases plus non-hydrocarbon gases. In non-hydrocarbon gases, there are some impurities that we need to process. Okay. So next is the features. What are the features of natural gas? Natural gas is almost clean and efficient fuel. its energy content, or I can say its heating value is higher compared to any other fuel. Next is it is easily combustible. It has low sulfur content compared to other kind of fuels. It is homogeneous fluid of low density and viscosity. Its viscosity and density is low compared to oil, diesel and other kind of fluids. It is odorless. It is completely odorless. So we need to, when we use it in domestic or industrial uses, we need to add some odor additives. Generally we use mercaptan, so that we can sense it. Next is it is the most stable flammable gas. Its flammability limit is generally with 5 to 15% with the mixture of air. Its energy content is about 1000 BTU per SCM. BTU per SCM. Its energy content is 1000 BTU per SCM, which is the unit of its energy. Next is origin of natural gas. How it was originated. There are generally two theories about the origin of natural gas. The first theory is inorganic theory. According to inorganic theory, it is said that hydrogen and carbon reacted together under extreme pressure and temperature condition. Due to this extreme and temperature condition over a geologic time period, it converted into natural gas. This theory is lessly accepted compared to organic theory. Organic theory is mostly worldwide accepted. According to this organic theory, hydrocarbon is generated from organic matter. Organic matter like remains of plants, dead animals, fossils, they get deposited under the surface of the earth. Because of the overburden pressure, there will be extreme pressure and temperature, and after a passage of time over a geologic period, or geologic time period, it converted because of high pressure and temperature into hydrocarbon. So these were the two theories how the natural gas was originated. Next is occurrence of natural gas. Means how, where we can find natural gas, or how, in which form we can find it. So it is mainly found in the reservoirs of sandstone, dolomite and limestone. Okay, the natural gas is basically characterized in terms of its nature of occurrence. According to its nature of occurrence means how we can find, or where we can find natural gas. There are three types where we can find natural gas, or three sources. First one is non-associated gas. Second one is dissolved or associated gas. Third one is gas condenser. So now we will learn what is these type of gases. First one is non-associated gases. This is nothing. It is the gas we found in gas reservoirs. There are no liquid amount or a very minimal amount of oil present in these kind of reservoirs. These type of gases, these non-associated gases are generally richer in methane content. So that's why its energy value is higher compared to any other gases. It is also poor in heavy components. Its lighter component is high, and light component is generally methane, ethane, and it is heavier in the it is poor in the heavier components. Okay. Next is dissolved or associated gas. What does this mean, dissolved or associated gas? We have learned about the solution gas drive or gas kept drive. In solution gas drive, there is natural gas present which is dissolved in oil due to high pressure. Or in gas kept drive, there is a gas separated which is in contact with crude oil. In dissolved or associated gas is present in solution with crude oil, which we know as dissolved gas, or it may come in contact with crude oil, which we know as natural gas is present in gas cap. Next is it is also poor in methane content. Compared to non-associated gas, associated or dissolved gas is poor in methane content, and reverse of this, it is richer in heavier component. So compared to this gas, non-associated gas, dissolved gas or associated gas is have a low amount of energy content. Okay. So next is gas condensate. Gas condensate have generally high amount of hydrocarbon liquid, or natural gas may be found with contact with liquid in this kind of gas condensate reservoirs, or it may present as gas in the reservoir. And the other sources of natural gas are generally tight sands, tight shales, and CBM. CBM means coal bed methane. Tight sands and tight shales are in these kind of reservoirs. The natural gas is locked between the tight formation. The porosity and permeability values are very low in these kind of reservoirs. In tight sands, the porosity values is lie between 5 to 15% generally, and its permeability value is between 0.001 to 1 MT. And in tight says, this is also porosity values are very low, and permeability will be in range of 1 MT. MT means millidarcy. And we can find natural gas in also coal bed methane through mining process. So that's all about this. What is the natural gas? Where we can find natural gas? What are the features of natural gas? Its origin, how its occurrence. So it is distributed all about this. In next class, we are going to cover the fundamental of phase behavior of natural gas and its equation of state. Thank you.